So Season 1 Reloaded is just about here. Tomorrow we'll break down the update and the patch notes, but today I wanted to go over everything that you need to know about Season 1 Reloaded ahead of its launch here, a few noteworthy things to know for tomorrow so that you're not blindsided by anything. So drop your thoughts as we go along, drop a like if you enjoy the video, and make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all things Black Ops 6 and more FPS content. Would love to have in the community as we now chase down 700,000 subscribers. But for now, let's get into it because there's a lot to go over. So first and foremost, starting with, as always, when does Season 1 Reloaded launch? Well, you can jump in and experience all the new content and everything that comes along with it, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, noon Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, 6 p.m. in Stockholm and Berlin, 4 a.m. in Sydney, and elsewhere as denoted on the map on screen for those different time zones, so that hopefully, even if it doesn't hit every specific time zone you may be in, at least it might make converting those time zones a little easier. But anyways, is there a preload available for this? Well, currently it seems like it's started to roll out as of recording this. As within the past, Battle.net already has it, BNet, likely on the way for PlayStation and Xbox, though this is a pre-recorded video, so it's possible that it's not quite there as of publication, but keep an eye out because usually it does start to roll out at the very latest a few hours before the update actually goes live. And with something like a brand new zombies map with the Easter egg going live with the map itself, I'd be surprised if they don't offer a decent window for a preload here for this. So keep checking back, but it seems like as of recording this, it's starting to roll out a little bit here. After that, how long is the second half here of this mid-season update and what we have until Season 2, until another major content update is coming? It's a bit top heavy here, it seems like, because right now we've only been in Season 1 for a couple of weeks. Holidays are upcoming, and then the timer for the Battle Pass is slated to end at the end of January. So we have, as of when this goes live, almost 2 months on this second half of the update and the season. But we'll touch on that in a second because that's a discussion in and of itself. As for the coming content you can expect, we broke down all this kind of stuff, but again, with some notes here, breezing through the bigger things, but some things you might want to know as well. Weapons, we have the Maelstrom Shotgun, AMR Mod 4 Sniper, and the Cleaver Melee weapon all coming as event rewards. And the key thing to know with these is that not every weapon is going to be immediately available. Only the shotgun will be available up front. The Sniper and the Melee are going to be timed releases introduced with the event coming on the 19th. So not with the update tomorrow, a little bit of a differentiation between those events and a bit of a drawn out release schedule here for that. Maps, we have Hacienda, Nuketown Holiday, and Racket, all of which seem to be coming as of tomorrow. So that should be something that is nice that there is no time gate on these. Hacienda being a remaster from Black Ops 4, really looking forward to this one. It is actually going to be in the ranked play pool, so that's nice to have a decent map that's going to be in competitive here with this update. Nuketown Holiday, just a thematic version of it, and Racket is a face-off map here. Had a few mentions on Twitter and here in the comments recently about did they ever add heirloom to the map rotation, and they did. It's just not in those core modes like domination, search and destroy, and the likes of the standard modes like that. You'd end up having to play gunfight or face-off 6v6 to end up experiencing that map, which yes, there is face-off domination, but the actual queued into domination game mode, you wouldn't see that in the rotation. We'll also end up seeing additional things like perks and wildcards. A new Shrapnel Recon Tier 3 perk is going to be introduced, as is High Roller, which is going to allow you to take a 4th score streak instead of 3. Both of these, though, coming again as a part of events. We'll also see special weapon attachments, the burst fire conversions for the XM4 and the compact, and again, coming in events. Now, these new events, this is where we're going to see most of the functional content we just mentioned falling in the category of event unlocks, timed releases, and things that you kind of have to work towards to unlocking them. The Merry Mayhem event is going to be what launches with the game's update as of tomorrow, and this is where you'll see the unlocks for things like the Maelstrom Shotgun, XM4 Burst Fire mod, Light Mend Ammo mod, Tesla Storm Field Upgrade, both of those for zombies, and the Shrapnel Radar perk coming for MP. Gobblegum Mania will also launch as of tomorrow alongside this, so you have 2 events up front, whereas this Gobblegum Mania, though, is zombies exclusive. Obviously, you can't pop Gobblegums in multiplayer or Warzone, so it's something specific only to zombies, where that is going to allow you to unlock some of those Gobblegum unlocks as well. Then, a few days later, the 19th, so 2 weeks after the update itself, we'll have Archie's Festival Frenzy rounding us into the holiday weeks and into the new year here, as it's going to start on the 19th and go until the 3rd. That's where you'll end up seeing the ability to end up unlocking the AMR Mod 4 Sniper, Cleaver, Compact Burst mod, multiple other things including a Black Cell bonus exclusive. All of that is going to be found in that Festival Frenzy event. So again, Basically, everything you have here up front has a little bit of some work that needs to be done to unlock it, whether bigger or smaller, that's up to the item you want to unlock. But if you don't end up getting any of these, and say the passage of time gets the best of us, especially here on the holidays, then anything that you do not complete is going to go into the newly established, in Black Ops 6 at least, the armory system here upcoming. It is right now currently in Warzone, but it is going to be something you're starting to see all these things from the hit list event, and then in the future, the Merry Mayhem or the Gobblegum Mania or the Archie's Festival Frenzy, all of those items, if the time passes and you do not unlock everything functional out of that, it's going to go into the armory. That's being introduced in Black Ops 6 with tomorrow's update. Zombies, obviously, everything that comes with Citadel Day More, the map is going to be coming. We have Vulture returning, that new Lightmend ammo mod, Tesla Storm field upgrade, and more. A lot of the things coming with Gobblegum Mania and the likes, which is kind of odd again. The Easter egg, one big thing to know here for Citadel Day More, and if you're a Zombies fan, is the Easter egg is going to be starting and launching simultaneously with the release of the map. There is no time gate on this like we saw with the global rollout of the game, where Easter eggs were delayed and not active until, I want to say, like 12 hours or so after the game launched globally. So this is going to happen as of 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern, and elsewhere in the world, that you're going to be able to experience not only the map for the first time, but also start working for the Easter egg. So if you're an Easter egg hunter, that's an important thing to know. Warzone, the only really big thing with Warzone outside of what we'll talk about in the patch notes and some adjustments made on the gameplay front is Warzone Ranked. Now, we broke down a lot of what you have here in regards to the returning features from Black Ops 6 ranked play coming over into Warzone, and then also some stuff you might be used to from Warzone Ranked in the past. But the big thing to know here is that it's mentioned you cannot access Ranked unless you place among the top squads in at least 30 matches to be eligible to even queue and begin climbing the ranks. So in the case of Warzone, top placement is defined as finishing among the top 6 teams in Resurgence or top 15 teams in Battle Royale. So that means that you need to do that 30 different times to end up having the ability to unlock ranked play. And this is a big measure to try and combat cheating in ranked play, which I do think will be something that does help, but also that is a lot of matches as a prerequisite that, like myself, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that I've played enough Warzone to end up doing that. That's just been my lack of interest this year in Warzone, but like ranked, I was a little excited to jump into, but I don't think that I've played enough to actually make that. So you might be in the same boat. Just recognize you might need to do some playtime before jumping into ranked to even qualify. But anyways, a few quick mentions here before we wrap everything up. Why is this season earlier in terms of the seasonal reloaded update? Well, the holiday season is inbound. This allows for issues to be corrected with plenty of time to spare and avoid any situations like we saw in Vanguard Season 1, which, if you don't remember or you weren't around at the time, they dropped an integration for Warzone, Caldera, and everything like that right before the holidays, and it genuinely broke everything. They showed us the player data in a creator call a few months later that it was like legitimately catastrophic fall off in player numbers and uninstall numbers. But to have that drop in the majority of the workforce at the studios being out of office until the holiday was over, a span of like 2 weeks off, well, clearly that wasn't great for the product. So naturally, they're looking to avoid that. They have been the last couple of years since then, and while we don't have a new Warzone map or whole integration coming with this update, making sure the game is playable before people go on holiday is obviously a huge priority. And then coming back to it, the length of this second half of the season, I think, poses a decent number of questions. This now makes for a long period of dealing with what we've got. The Battle Pass likely is not correct in timing as of recording this because the time remaining brings it to Tuesday, the 28th of January that it's going to end. And we've not seen any major update on a Tuesday. We've had Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, historically not a Tuesday though. So either adding time on to the Battle Pass or subtracting some time, but either way you're looking around the last week of January for when Season 2 looks to launch. So that is a full month and a half and then some of no substantial content updates that we know of right now. Now, we'll likely have some events of some kind, but nothing that's adding new maps, weapons, or the likes, again, that we know of right now. So it'll be interesting to see how Black Ops 6 either handles this first down period of the year, and frankly, I think that that kind of sets the precedent for how the year will go. Modern Warfare 3, I thought, handled it pretty nicely, with those fill-in-the-gap events having something every week to work towards, or sometimes every 2 weeks to work towards, but we don't know if that's the case. Now, there's also the rumor that we'll have a 1.75 or like a second seasonal update for Season 1 here, but I'm not getting my hopes up too much on that one. But it also is interesting and should be noted that everything officially detailed for the reveal of this seasonal update concludes on the 3rd of January, meaning that for nearly a month, even officially speaking, it's entirely blacked out. So that has never happened before. It's definitely a bit suspicious. Maybe something comes of it and it feeds into that rumor of a second seasonal update after the mid-season update, but we'll have to wait and see. For now, though, that is everything that you need to know about Season 1 Reloaded and the update upcoming tomorrow, and what is still lying a little beyond the launch time itself. So let me know your thoughts down below. Is there anything in particular you guys are looking forward to out of Season 1 Reloaded? Anything not so much? Let me know. But make sure you drop your thoughts, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all things Black Ops 6 as we gear up for Season 1 Reloaded and beyond. I'd love to have in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care, and peace.